Welcome back. This video is going to be about the full moon in Gemini, which is happening on Sunday night going into Monday. So there's a lot going on this weekend. First of all, this full moon is also a partial lunar eclipse. So it's going to be very transformative, very emotional. Eclipse season is basically when, eclipse season comes around basically to draw us attention The reason why eclipse season is so special is because the moon is so close to the North Node, which is So the reason that eclipse season is so significant is because the moon and sun are going to be really close to the nodal axis, the lunar nodes. And those are 2 points in the sky where the Earth's orbit and the moon's orbit, the Earth's moon's orbit intersect. And in astrology, these 2 points are said to be very karmic. They're said to represent, the South Node is past life, the North Node is what you need to work on in this life. You have to karmically evolve. So when we have when we have a full moon happening so close to the North Node right now, that means collectively we're all taking a big karmic step right now. It's a big deal. Eclipses basically are meant to make you super aware of your emotional patterns by drawing them up so you cannot ignore them and forcing you to address what is there. So with this full moon in Gemini, it's really all about communication. Gemini is all about knowing the facts, knowing different perspectives. That's why it's represented by the twins, because it has this awareness as an archetype that there's never just like one true perspective, There's so many to account for. So with this full moon in Gemini, we're really having to, employ that energy and be aware of different perspectives and new information that we might not have been aware of. Gemini is just like information. Gemini is gossip too. So you might hear some tea this weekend that's, opens your eyes a little bit. There's a lot going on this weekend besides this full moon too. We've also got Neptune going direct. Now, Neptune is the planet of illusions. So having had Neptune retrograde for a while means that we've all been kind of in our own fantasy bubble, and nothing like has felt super sure or real. Neptune likes to kind of blur things. It likes to make things a little smudgy, a little confusing. So there's just been no clarity basically. Well, until now. Because now Neptune is finally going direct today, Saturday. And it's beautiful. This is an opportunity to snap out of these illusions that we've been in for months. This is an opportunity to really, see things as they are, but also use Neptune's energy in like a positive way. Because, okay, Neptune, there's always higher, lower vibrations of every archetype, of every planet, of every energy. With Neptune, the lows can be really low. You know, Neptune's lows can be addiction, self-sabotage, just, you know, complete escapism. That's what Neptune really is escapism. It can be, you know, mental health issues, anxieties, just obsessions, loss of self. But the beautiful things about Neptune are art and music and spirituality and, you know, like just dreaming for like a better vision of what reality could be, you know. That's why you need that Neptunian energy in order to balance out like mercurial energy. And that brings us back to the Gemini full moon, because this is all about Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini. So with Mercury ruling Gemini, Mercury is the planet of thoughts, you know, communication, just like thinking a lot. It's like that's your brain, that's your thoughts. So there's been a lot of chatter up here. So now at this full moons are a time for releasing things. This is a time to release the mental chatter, release it, you know, get that shit out. You don't need that clogging up your brain space, because Neptune's direct now, you know. We need to clear all this up so that we can dream and envision a better future, a better reality. Because in 2 weeks, we're going to have the new moon in Sagittarius. And this is really like, you know, we're going to start a lot. We're going to break free of a lot and like really start expanding, start growing. And that eclipse, that's going to be a solar eclipse, and that's a total eclipse. That's not this partial lunar eclipse thing. No, like that's going to be some heavy shit. So we got to get ready, you know. We got to take stock. We got to just like release anything that is holding us back from like just breaking free, you know. Like Sagittarius is all about, you know, leave everything behind and just focus on the journey, on your future, on like the adventure, the moment, like the passion. It's fire. But first, we gotta address these thoughts. We gotta address the tea. We gotta address the gossip. We gotta address the facts, you know? This is really about facing the facts. Gemini is the facts. So like, this full moon, you gotta really face the facts. And you gotta let go of any illusions you've been in. Just throw that shit away, because we're gonna grow, you know? We gotta grow. You don't need that. You don't need yourself holding you back, you know? You don't need your mind holding you back, like these voices in your head. No. Alright, so aside from Neptune going direct, aside from this full moon, we've also got Mercury, which is still in Scorpio, just in its last few degrees, forming sextiles over to Jupiter and Saturn, which are still in Capricorn. But not for long. I'm going to make a video on that soon, so. But anyway, so this aspect, this sextile, is considered a harmonious aspect. It's 60 degrees, and it's kind of like a nice supportive push. So with Mercury, which is our thoughts and communication, and it's the ruler of this full moon because it's a Gemini full moon. So with that planet in a harmonious aspect to Jupiter and Saturn, we're really getting to like change the way we think, you know, restructure the way we think for like the utmost expansion and growth. Because see, Saturn is a planet of like maturity and like realism. We're having a more realistic approach to our thinking, to our thoughts. We're having, yeah, a more grounded approach, I'd say. Because, you know, Mercury's been in Scorpio for a minute now, and that's really intense. You know, Mercury in Scorpio is all about obsession. It's all about, like, you want to get to the bottom of something. And it's very emotional. It's very loaded because Scorpio is water. It's fixed. It's all about just, like, sinking in until you reach the very bottom. It's intense. So to have a little bit of this, like, Saturn energy kind of to ground us, you know, pull us out of the swamp a little bit, I think that'll be helpful. Because, you know, Scorpio can be really fearful, but it's not always realistic. You know, you got to consider. And then the beautiful thing is Jupiter is also in a sextile with Mercury, and Jupiter is the planet of optimism and hope and luck and expansion. This Mercury-Jupiter sextile will help us be able to, you know, think towards the future a little bit more and, like, uplift the sinking and the grounding energy, you know, like, Jupiter's still in Capricorn, so it is still very grounded. Capricorn is an earth sign, and it is kind of pessimistic, realistic. Depends on, like, Capricorn. But I think this will be good for our brains. Have a little bit of reality in the picture, you know. We've all been in a fog for many, many months. And, you know, it's time to face the facts. It's time to face reality. And it's time to take that reality in our hands and stop playing around. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Okay, there's one more aspect I want to talk about, and that is Venus in Scorpio's opposition to Uranus in Taurus. Now, an opposition is a hard aspect, so it's tense. It's not easy. Venus is the planet of love and our values and our money and beauty, and Uranus is the planet of innovation and objectivity and, like, sudden unexpected changes and just, like, you know, random shocks of electricity, the most random things. Like, that's all Uranus. So my thinking with this Uranus aspect heavily involved in this Mercury ruled Gemini full moon, I feel like there's going to be some type of unexpected information delivered, you know, some unexpected conversation you weren't previously aware of. You know, Gemini does rule different perspectives. So now is really time when we have to be open to different perspectives and not take it personally, because Gemini is an air sign and it's not personal. You know, we got to take that in. We got to internalize it. We got to figure out how other people's perspectives can help us grow and expand, you know? Take that Gemini moon energy, and then we're going to push that into that Sagittarius new moon energy in 2 weeks on the 14th. And we're going to, like, grow so much. We're going to expand as hell. It's going to be great. But first, you gotta listen. You gotta take in information from your surroundings. You gotta take in different perspectives. And you gotta, you know, really see what resonates. Trust your intuition. I'm always gonna say, trust your intuition. Trust that voice. Because we all have a voice inside. You just gotta listen for it. I think I'm gonna pull a few tarot cards. My Halloween deck. We'll see. Oh, damn. Those just flipped right out. Alright. Well, I wanted 3. Okay, we've got the 10 of Imps, aka 10 of Wands. We've got the 8 of Ghosts, aka the Eight of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Bats, aka the Queen of Swords. Damn. This is loud. Alright, so this is we're like walking away from something. Like, this is a big walking away from an emotional situation. Because ghosts or cups is all about water. It's all about feelings. It's all about emotions. So this is really about like having to walk away from something. It's not working. See, like, it just wasn't working out. Like, this 10 of imps guy, this 10 of wands guy is so overburdened and just like burnt out, like tired. Like, it's been too long of this shit, and it's time to walk away. And yeah, this is really about like, you know, setting boundaries for yourself and like owning your own mental clarity. Because you deserve to have a clear mind. Like, you deserve to have clear boundaries in your life. I love that I pulled the Queen of Bats, the Queen of Swords for this as the last card, because, you know, swords, bats, that's all about air energy. And this is an air full moon. And the Queen is like the boss of this energy. Like, she is a master of her own mind. Yeah, let's see. Bottom of the deck. Oh, and the bottom of the deck is the King of Imps, aka King of Wands. So yeah, like, you are a leader of your own life. You are the leader of your own life. You're the leader of your own life. Like, it's so fucking clear. You just have to, like, think about it differently. See, Gemini is all about, like, thinking about things differently. It's the opposite of Sagittarius, which is really dogmatic and self-righteous and just, like, focused on one way, one meaning. Gemini's like, no. There's so many different ways you could look at this. So, yeah, I feel like that's really the message. Take a different perspective. Like, I hope that you guys have a beautiful full moon, a beautiful eclipse, and I will see you at the Sagittarius new moon. Okay, bye.